Today I'm going to be showing you how I turned a simple Altoids container into my on-the-go embroidery kit. Inside of this container, as you can see, there are all of my needles, all of my embroidery needles. It also has room for some thread, my little bird scissors, a small pencil of chalk, and a little sharpener. Closes up nice and easy. I just throw it in my purse, and I'm going to show you how to use just an empty Altoids container to turn it into a little sewing or embroidery kit for on the go. Alright, so you will need some scissors, obviously. You will need some ribbon. This is how you will be able to put your needles into the container nice and easy so you have a place to put them, basically. You will need hot glue, and you'll need a hot glue gun, and you'll need a lot of hot glue sticks. And then you'll want to get some fabric, maybe some lace, some buttons, anything that you think will look cute and fun on it. And then, last but not least, you will need an Altoids container, or any mint container. Here are some cinnamon mints, I guess, that I got from Whole Foods. And honestly, you don't even have to wait until you're finished with the container. I just put my leftover mints in a little plastic bag, as you can see there, and I just carry it around with me. Alright, so to start, you're going to want to make sure your container is clean. I'm just taking a damp-ish paper towel and just wiping out all of the mint dust, and then I'll dry it. And then, yeah. And then what you're going to do is you're going to want to pry open those little back tabs and take off the lid. As you can see, my pointing. And then there it is. It is in two separate pieces. And that will be important for putting it together. So now we're going to take a piece of fabric, kind of a big piece of fabric, and just make sure that there is enough on it, or like of the piece of fabric, so it can fully cover the Altoid container. So we're going to use the wrong side on top right there, and then we're just going to double check and test and see to make sure it all fits. And then what I think I'm trying to explain here is that when you take the top, you don't want to cover these back little holes or the things that they connect to on the main part of the container, because then you won't be able to put it back together. Okay, so now we're just going to start the gluing process. You're going to get your hot glue gun really hot, and then you're not going to go as slow as I do because that will cause it to get too cold. So go fast and just put a generous amount on. And then you can cover it with the fabric. As you can see, that's what I'm doing right here. I'm trying to place it on nice and neat, but that didn't end up working out for me. So yeah, just do that. Put the fabric on, stretch it out a bit, make sure that's not like super wrinkled or anything. And then you'll also want to put fabric around, or not fabric, glue around the edges so you can glue that fabric down, but I forgot to film that part. So next I'm going to be gluing this part of the fabric to the main body, and as you can see I cut out a rectangle that's kind of a little too big, and then I cut out triangles, or not triangles, lines into the corners. You'll see. So I'm gluing here, and actually don't glue as close as I did because that made it a little hard to close. Just make sure there's some room. But basically I'm going to glue that part. I'm going to trim it down so it fits better. But yeah, I'm going to glue that part. And then these little corner thingies that I did will help it stay up better. You'll see. So basically, oh, this part was supposed to go before. So basically, I'm doing right under those little hook things. Again, we don't want to glue over them. And here I go, gluing, making sure my glue's really hot, putting the fabric under, and again, I should have gone a little lower than those just so it closes easier. But here I go, yada yada yada, I'm just yapping away, I'm sorry. Okay, here's the part. Those little corners go like that. Hopefully you can see it without my big fat fingers blocking it too badly. Here we go. So, glue, 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 glue. And then flip a corner down, flip a corner down, and then put the rest, or put some more glue on. Like I said, just use generous amounts of glue. And then flip that up. And then we'll trim down the excess edges, which I think I also forgot to film. But yeah, I'm gonna be quiet now. And then I just sped this clip up a little bit for you guys. Hopefully you get the gist of what I'm doing. Now, after reconnecting the two parts, my phone is slipping. I've glued down one half of the ribbon, or not one half, one side of the ribbon, and then now I'm going to glue the other side, just like that. And I know in my other sewing box I did it the short way, but now I'm doing it the long way, just to show that there's some variation and some differences that you can do. And don't glue down this ribbon, just glue it on the edges. So yeah, thumbs. And now it's time to accessorize the outside. I didn't get great videos of this because my filming setup's kind of janky, but I'm going to put some lace around the outside, and I'm just gonna, again, hot glue it. I'm gonna start at the back here, avoiding gluing over the little tabs. The lace will go over it, but I'm not putting glue over those tabs. And then just like that. And then I just kind of glue all around the edge, and I put the lace around it. And I think I gave up filming halfway through because my phone kept slipping. And then I also glued on some cute little heart buttons that I had, and now what I realized what I should have done was I should have put these on first before I glued the fabric onto the tin. I should have stitched them on because I have a feeling the hot glue will inevitably break, but they seem to be on pretty sturdy, but I really should have stitched them on first. But yeah, here's the cute little thing. And yeah, that's the end. This is what it looks like on the inside before you put anything in it. And now here it is with some needles, some thread, little bird scissors, some thread, some chalk, and I don't know where my little sharpener went, but I'll find it eventually. And yeah, it just has room for all the, like, simple stuff that you'll need. And then the lace makes it a little difficult to close one-handed because I need to flip the lace up so it will close and then flip it back down so it looks pretty. But yeah, the end. I hope you enjoyed.